Are you planning a trip to Switzerland? Well, get ready for some of the world's most spectacular train rides. But before you hop on board, I've got 10 essential Swiss train hacks that will save you time and money and even unlock some hidden perks that you didn't even know existed. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Olivia and I make videos on life and travels in Switzerland. If you're not yet done so, now's the perfect time to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications bell so you will never miss any of my future videos. And without further ado, let's get going. The first train hack I have for you are Super Saver tickets. This discounted ticket can cut your ticket cost by up to 70%, which is huge considering how pricey train tickets can get in Switzerland. You will find the best Super Saver deals if you travel during off-peak hours like late morning, early afternoon, or late evening. And if you have the Swiss half-fare card, you can also stack the Super Saver ticket on top of the half-fare card. There's also no complicated process. You can simply just buy the ticket and show it to the conductor to verify your train ticket. So how do you book a Super Saver ticket? When you go inside the SPP app, search for the train routes and you will find the routes with this percentage sign marked at the top right hand corner. It means that there is a Super Saver ticket available for this train route at this timing. Some tips for getting the Super Saver ticket is always good to book early up to 60 days in advance because the tickets are cheaper when you get them earlier. Occasionally, you might even find some last minute deals the day before or the day itself, but these are going to be less common. Nevertheless, there are some downsides to having the Super Saver tickets. And the main con is that it is only for the fixed time that you purchase for. Tickets are only valid for the specific time and the specific route that you have chosen, meaning that in the event that you miss the train, then your ticket would become invalid and you will have to repurchase another ticket. Also, the Super Saver ticket is non-refundable and non-exchangeable. If you're really thinking of getting it, it's better to get it if you're absolutely certain that you will be able to make it for this train timing and for this route. So normally I would suggest using it for the time that you're going to depart from a particular station to another. Say for instance, you already know that you're going to check out from your hotel and board the train from at this timing, then it's useful to buy a Super Saver ticket for this particular route. Second train hack is to take local trains instead of the panoramic trains. I'm sure you have heard of the Glacier Express and the Bernina Express and how they wind through extremely scenic routes. But did you know that there are local trains that run on these exact same scenic routes and for a fraction of the price? This would be such a useful hack for those of you that want to experience the Glacier Express or the Bernina Express but don't want to fork out the full price of the train experience because it can be quite expensive. And the best part is that you get to experience two different types of local trains while enjoying the same panoramic views. I've done this before when I took the Bernina Express for the first time. Local trains, they're actually really comfortable as well. Of course, you won't have like the full spacious seats, but that being said, the local trains were also quite comfortable. It was just that there was no food being served on board, but there was not too many people and I still enjoyed the first class seats on the local trains. So for instance, instead of taking the full Glacier Express route from Zermatt to St. Moritz, what you can do is instead to choose only to take the Glacier Express for the particular scenic route and then swap to the local train for a different experience. One specific reason why I would actually choose the local trains is that they have those windows that you can pull down so you avoid having those annoying reflections when you take your videos, and that's much better, especially when you're like a photographer and you really want to capture scenic shots. And the second part is because if you take the local trains, it allows you to hop off certain parts of on the route and you have time to explore the local villages, unlike taking the Glacier Express for the full 8 hours where you'll be stuck on the train and it's quite long. You can actually break up your journey by taking the local trains and have more time to explore the local villages. What I would do instead if I were to choose to take a local train is, for example, to book the partial tickets for the Glacier Express from Zermatt to Andermatt, because my route would include the scenic route that climbs up to the Oberalp Pass. This is the highest point of the entire route. After that, you can stop at Andermatt and drop off. And why Andermatt? Because this village is really charming and it feels less touristy and a lot more authentic than a lot of other Swiss villages. It's surrounded by mountains and it's perfect for a half-day hike and also to visit the Devil's Bridge or the nearby Schalonen Gorge. Afterwards, you can then hop back on a local train that brings you from Andermatt towards Chur, which is the oldest town in Switzerland, and I would recommend you spending some time to explore the village as well because it's very historic and super charming as well. And from Köln, you can easily hop on other trains that will bring you directly to Zurich or St. Moritz. The third train hack is to take multiple versions of the Golden Pass Express. The Golden Pass line is one of Switzerland's most scenic train routes, and it connects Montreux on Lake Geneva to Interlaken in the heart of the Bernese Oberland. But here's something that many travelers don't realize, and that is there are actually 3 different types of trains for the Golden Pass Express. The first version on the Golden Pass line is the Belle Epoque train. This is a vintage-style train inspired by the golden age of travel from the early 1900s. You can think about plush velvet seats, wood-paneled interiors, and brass fittings. It's super romantic and charming. So if you're a fan of history and you just love the old-school luxury vibe, this is the right train for you. For this train, you don't have to make any reservation in particular. It's considered a normal train. You just need to check the train timings and make sure that when you check for the train routes on the SBB app, it says PE at the top, and then when you click on it, it should say Belle Epoque. So that is the vintage train to choose. The second type of train on the Golden Pass line are the panoramic trains. These are designed with huge panoramic windows that runs through the roof, giving you an almost 360-degree views of your surroundings. So this train would be perfect for photographers and nature lovers who wants to be completely immersed in the environment. If you are looking for the ultimate luxury experience, I highly recommend you to take the Golden Pass Express. That is the latest train offering on the MOB. This is perfect for special occasions, or if you just want to indulge in a little bit of luxury and a train experience to remember. And you can also top up for the Prestige class, which is really charming and luxurious, which comes with plush leather seats, and you get champagnes and also like nice aperitif during the ride. The Prestige class costs around 35 francs on top of your first class ticket. It's really worth the money for the experience. So here's a cool hack. You don't have to take the full Golden Pass Express for the entire route from Montreux to Interlaken. Instead, what I would suggest is perhaps you can take the vintage train from Montreux to Zweisimmen and then switch to the panoramic train or the Golden Pass Express from your route from Zweisimmen to Interlaken. And that way you get to experience the best of both worlds. The fourth travel hack is getting the Saver Day Pass. If you want to have an unlimited train travel across Switzerland for a day without paying a fortune, the Saver Day Pass is what you need to get. Basically, it gives you all-day unlimited access to Swiss public transport from the trains, buses, trams, boats, all in a single day. Think of it as the Swiss Travel Pass, but the day version. The Saver Day Pass are released 60 days in advance, and the earlier you book, the cheaper it's gonna be. Prices start at 29 francs with a Swiss half-rate card, and it can go up to 89 francs without any discount as the travel date approaches. You don't need a Swiss half-rate card to purchase the Saver Day Pass, but it does get cheaper if you have it with you. I would especially recommend this pass for those of you that are using the half-fare card for the entire time of your trip. Less so if you already have other travel passes like the Swiss Travel Pass, because this Saver Day Pass can be stacked on top of the half-fare card. And especially if you're going to be doing like a day trip where, for instance, you are going to be traveling from, say, Zurich to Interlaken, then taking the funicular or going on a boat cruise, guess what? Everything would be covered by the Saver Day Pass except for the funicular, because probably you're just going to be getting like a 50% discount with the half-fare card. But do check on the websites as well, because for certain mountain excursions, they are actually covered by the Saver Day Pass. Off the top of my head, I remember that the funicular from Mount Rigi, that's actually covered by the Saver Day Pass. And also for boat cruises, these are completely covered as well under the Saver Day Pass. So it's really worth it for a day trip excursion if you combine it with the half-fare card. The fifth travel hack is to use the Zone Day Passes. If you're planning to stay in one city and explore nearby towns, getting the Zone Day Passes would be the best secret weapon to save money. These Zone Day Passes usually would cover the trains, trams, and buses, sometimes even the cable cars in a particular zone that you're in. You can expand the zones that you choose if you want to explore beyond the city, and this is perfect for if you're spending a lot of time in the city and you want to explore the surrounding towns. In my opinion, the best city to get the zone pass would be Zurich, because unlike other cities, Zurich does not provide a free guest card. Even if you stay in a hotel, they have the Zurich card, but you have to pay for it. If you're spending a few days in Zurich, you're doing a lot of exploration, my recommendation is to get the 24-hour zone pass. So take for instance, for zone 110 within the city, the pass costs 1280 Swiss francs and 640 Swiss francs with the half-fare card. And for zone 110 plus the airport, the zone pass costs 14 Swiss francs without the half fare card and 7 Swiss francs with the half fare card. So considering that one single train ride of 30 minutes already costs 240 francs, you just need to make 3 trips and you would already pay off the cost of the zone ticket itself. So it's highly worth it if you're spending most of your time exploring the city during the day. At this point of the video, I want to highlight to you that I've just launched a Swiss travel guide and it comes with over 300 recommendations on hotels, restaurants and activities that you can choose from. Within the travel guide, I've also included 5 standard itineraries ranging from summer to winter season that you can easily use to plug and play and plan the rest of your trip. I'm also available for travel consultations and bespoke itinerary planning, so you just need to fill in the form and I will be able to plan your trip based on your wish list of requirements. I will leave everything in the description down below so you can check out, and you can use the code Olivia10 for 10% off the full access guide. With that, let's get back into the video. The 6th train hack is to make use of the city guest cards. If you're staying overnight in Swiss towns like Lucerne, Zermatt, Interlaken or Lausanne, ask your hotels for the city guest card. Most of these towns offer these to visitors, and these cards give you free or discounted public transportation and access to local attractions. It's a really fantastic perk that not a lot of tourists know about, so be sure to check out if the city you are visiting have the guest cards or not. The 7th train hack is to make use of the luggage delivery services offered by SBB. A lot of times when you're coming from a faraway countries, you will be coming with a lot of heavy, bulky luggages, especially if you're coming during winter season where you have a lot of bulky coats. A lot of people might not know about this, but SBB has a luggage delivery services, which is a game changer if you're hopping between cities and don't want to be carrying a lot of luggage with you on the trains. Simply choose to deposit your luggage using the luggage delivery service, and they will be able to transport your luggage from door to door or from station to door. SBB offers 2 types of services, the standard and the express service. For the standard service, you need to deposit your luggage at least 1 day before by 12 noon, and you will be able to pick up your luggage 2 days later. For the express service, they will be able to pick up and deliver your luggage on the same day, but it costs an extra of 50 francs. In terms of cost, for a standard luggage, it costs 12 francs, and for bicycle, it's 20 francs. There are certain surcharges to keep in mind. For example, if your location is in a car-free zone, say for instance in Zermatt, there is a surcharge of 30 francs. And if you have a time-specific delivery, you also have the option to choose a precise time window for an additional surcharge of 15 francs. The 8th train hack would be to upgrade your seats to first class. A lot of times people are wondering, should I get the first class Swiss travel pass all the way? Because getting the first class Swiss travel pass can be quite expensive. But here's the thing, you don't have to get a first class travel pass all the way. You can actually upgrade for the specific route that you want to choose. First class can be a much enjoyable experience, especially when you're traveling during, say, peak hours, or when you're coming from a very touristy location where there's a lot of tourists on the second class. Choosing the first class can be a much more comfortable experience because you get more leg room and there's quieter cars and more comfortable seating. It's worth considering just upgrading for a few of the train routes that you think you want more rest and some peace time on the trains. The next train hack are for parents, and that is to discover the playgrounds on the trains. Yes, you heard that right. Playgrounds that come with slides, climbing areas and fun decorations to keep your little one entertained while you enjoy some peace on the train. These are usually found on the intercity train, and you can use the SBB app to check the train composition and where exactly the playground is located. That way you can choose where exactly to board and you will reach the playground just in time. This is really helpful for parents where, for long train rides, the little kids can be quite bored and cranky, and you can waste off their energy at this fun playground. Also, you will be less of a disturbance to as compared to when you're at the normal carriages where people can be quite particular about noise. So a good alternative is to head to these playgrounds on the trains. Last train hack is to make use of free train rides on your birthday. Some train companies actually offer free train travel if it's your birthday during the time of travel. So here's some that I found. So for instance, the Brienz Rothorn Bahns offer free rides on your birthday. You just have to present an ID on the day itself. But I recommend that you still make a seat reservation first because this train ride is very popular. So after you get the seat reservation, then just present your ID on the day itself for the ticket, which is separate from the seat reservation. Another good one is the scenic platter, which offers a free birthday ride plus a dessert on your birthday. So it's a really beautiful ride that goes up all the way to scenic platter. Very amazing. I highly recommend that. For the MOB, for the train route from Montreux, Stade and Zweisimmen, you get to travel first class for free on your birthday. And for this, I recommend taking the Golden Pass Express for this route. And it's not just for trains, even boat cruises offer free rides as well. In particular for Lake Lucerne, Lake Brienz, Lake Thun and Lake Constance, you get to travel first class for free on the boat cruises, and it's really charming and beautiful, especially during the summer months. And that's all I have, 10 train travel hacks that you should totally use during your time in Switzerland. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other train hacks that I've not yet included, and also tell me which out of the 10 is your favorite train hack. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!